Question number 3, I guess. Other than journaling, what are effective ways to study? Shag. For real, I mean it. Find someone that speaks your target language and shag that person. Shag that person. That is, it's good old shagging. You are going to learn more in bed than you are going to learn with a language learning course. The money you could spend on a language learning course, spend it, on having dinner and drinks with someone. And if you shag that person and maybe it's a bit, I don't know. Hey, it worked for me, and it's two birds with one stone. It's good practice. I would do it. Yeah, definitely. That would be my number one choice. Would be shagging. Second of all, effective way to study is finding the right kind of material. Particularly material that actually interests you, because this is the problem. We have our regular what did it say, grammar book. Okay, so find material that you actually engage with. This could be your average grammar book. This is a grammar book, and it has exercises everywhere and lessons, like this kind of stuff with, feel, choose the right thing, do this and that. This is pretty boring. I mean, this is a very effective. I mean, this book in particular is really good. Of grammar things that I've read, grammar books or language books. This is good and this is great. But I find it dull and boring, and I don't like it, and I try to avoid it so much. Like sometimes I did it because I needed it, but it's dangerous, as in you are not interested in this, you are not interested in any of this. So in the end, I was looking at the book. At times I'm thinking, why? But what you should do is to find something that you actually care about. This is an excellent piece of material. This is perhaps one of the best materials there is. This is called my first encyclopedia of the animals. And just to show you something, something like this, and it's lovely. Feel it's clearly meant for kids. This is not meant for adults. This is meant for kids. And just precisely because it's meant for kids, it's very easy to read. It doesn't have any complications grammar-wise or vocabulary-wise. You have the vocabulary that any kid that maybe is like 10 or 12-year-old can read. And this is excellent. This is an excellent piece of... This is a topic that I'm interested in because I love animals and I love nature. So this is exciting for me to read. I open this and I'm like, of course I want to know what crazy animals are living in Australia. Why, if this is something I would love to read about, and now I have a book, of course I want to know about capybaras in Polish language. So this is engaging material. This is also more advanced engaging material. This is called Bayerisches Wesen, and it's a book about Bayern, about Bavaria, and it's a book about how people live there, the dialect, the traditional stuff. It's a region that interests me. I've been in Bavaria several times. It's funny. It's it's not some sort of highly literature stuff. This is an easy read, filled with information I actually care about. This is ideal material for. This is take something that you actually like and you actually enjoy. Find, doesn't have to be a book, it can be a podcast, it can be a music you like, but try to find something that you actually want to do, something that you actually care about, and something that actually interests you, something that is going to excite you every time you engage with it. Otherwise, the dull grammar book is going to kill your motivation, as it has killed mine several times. What I enjoy the most is reading, listening to stuff. I care about some podcasts and so on. Those are actual practices that can improve your language learning your language learning experience, because they connect with you. Find a material that you feel is tailor-made for you and engage with it, and that is the best way to study a language, not the grammar books. I would recommend grammar books maybe at very early stages. Once you kind of have a understanding of the basics of the language, I would stop using the grammar books, or maybe stop relying so much on the grammar books, and I would rather find material that I actually care about, and that would be the most efficient way to practice language. Some extra things. First of all, you should make input about 70% of your daily practice. So if you have 1 hour for a language, 1 hour a day for a language, make 45 minutes about input, but always leave some room for output. Even if it is just writing, leave those minutes. Those are valuable minutes. But it's you need the input. You need the input, and listening to a podcast, even if you don't understand anything, and I may do a video about this, it's not a waste of time. Passively listening to something in another language, in your target language, is not a waste of time. Quite the contrary. It can build, passively, it can build your grammar as good as a grammar book. If you spend enough time listening to that kind of stuff. And I can explain why. I won't do it here, because this video then will become, this is a topic for a whole other video. But it's not a waste of time. Listen to stuff you care about, even if you understand only like 10% of what you're listening to. Do it. Did I mention shagging already?